Hi guys, my name is Maverick Houston. I'm a sophomore here at MTSU studying recording industry, and today I'm going to share my testimony with y'all. So I guess I'll just start with growing up in the church, because I did grow up in the Baptist church. I spent a lot of time in the children's choir, which was kind of my introduction, I guess, to church. I had a very nice teacher. Her name was Miss Marchetta. She was this older woman, but she was very nice, and I still am in contact with her to this day. And yeah, I did the children's choir. I mean, I would sit in big church with my parents, or the main service, and I would listen to our pastor. Sometimes I would understand things, sometimes I wouldn't. And then from that, I just decided one day that the pastor, whatever he was saying on that particular Sunday, really resonated with me. I decided to get saved when I was around 12 years old, got baptized, and it might have been actually a little bit earlier than that, like 10 or 11, around that time. I made that decision, and I knew I felt the Holy Spirit with me for sure. He was definitely with me as I was making that decision. So yeah, and then from that, I guess, throughout elementary school and middle school, I was trying to be a good kid, but my parents would often kind of give hints that they thought I was being selfish sometimes, or they thought, I don't know, I wasn't being a good kid. Little side story, back in elementary school, I got angry. I didn't have anger issues, but I definitely did not have a filter sometimes. There was this after school program for parents that couldn't pick up their kids immediately, if they had work or something. I had to stay in it from 3rd to 5th grade, I think, for 2 years. And I just remember hating it so much. We had to do these weird exercises, and I hated doing them. Pretty much, it was not my thing. And I wrote this letter to the leaders of the after school program, and I would voice my opinion. I was like, y'all suck. I didn't say that, but I was pretty mad about the whole situation. And that got me in trouble. The next day, I was called into the principal's office. My mom had to come in. She's like, you need to apologize for saying all these bad things about the school, about these professors, telling them they don't know what they're doing. Because that's what I wrote in the letter. So yeah, I apologized. And there were a few times like that in elementary school where I was just I tried to be a good kid, and then just wasn't what it should have been. Christ was not with me during those moments, I guess I should say. And then throughout middle school, I would say it's definitely still trying to have that persona of being a good Christian kid and everything. I wouldn't say that I was fully grasping everything that Jesus was telling me to do. I definitely wasn't living everything out as I should have been, just because I didn't fully grasp, I guess, what Jesus did on the cross at that time. And I looking back, I guess, what middle schooler really knows the weight of the cross when you're that young. But that's just, I guess, part of the story, part of your sanctification. So I would say during sophomore year of high school is when I really started to take things more seriously with my faith, and started applying things to my life that I knew I should have been all along. My family had transitioned churches from our old Baptist church to a new kind of non-dom church, but it was still Baptist, and found a really good community there. Our pastor was awesome. We had great leaders, great youth ministry, and I really made some good friends there. And that's kind of goes along with growing in my faith during that time, during sophomore year of high school. That's the moment that I say I started growing, but it still wasn't what it is today. Now that I'm in college, and so many of my friends have these similar stories where college is pretty much the time where it's either you're in it or you're not. I can't say how beneficial it's been for me to be in all these different ministries that I've been in on campus, with my church. And then there's the BCM that I go to, is the Baptist Collegiate Ministry. There are just all these things and that pour into me to strengthen my faith and keep me grounded, keep me in good fellowship and community. This past year started halfway through freshman year into this year. Been doing an accountability night with some of my friends that go to the Baptist Collegiate Ministry. We have a night where all the men go to the leader's house, the guy that leads the accountability night. We go to his house. We just share deep things. I mean, we're doing what God calls us to do. In the book of James, it tells us to confess certain things, and that's what we're doing now. High school me would never have thought about doing that, but I can't say how beneficial it's been for me now. I'm a stronger believer now than ever, and it's been really awesome to see what Jesus has done in my life and in my friends' lives. Looking into the future, if you are not actively pursuing Jesus to the best of your ability, what would your life look like if you did?